Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we are discussing the white gold Patek Philippe annual calendar 5147G-001. This timepiece with a diamond set bezel is 39 millimeters in diameter in white gold. It's 11.3 millimeters thick. It's 46.4 millimeters from lug to lug, and it has a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it wears quite well. I'd recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference, maybe even 13 and a half if your wrist is more oval across the top than round. You can see down the barrel I've got plenty of clearance on each side, and it sits low enough that it will fit underneath a dress cuff or tight sleeve. The strap, as you can see, Patek Philippe factory strap, a modern one. Pull tab spring bars, so you can remove the strap from the case without tools. Calfskin on the bottom, no crimping, no gouging. It is a gloss medium scale alligator leather across the top on one side, and you can see larger scales on the opposite side. It is a high-grade strap with a folded edge, a monotone stitch, and it's attached to a Patek Philippe spade-style folding clasp. So you can see this is the older spade-style clasp that preceded the Calatrava cross clasp, though internally it is exactly the same. There are some differences between this watch, however, and later Patek Philippe white gold timepieces. Notably here, the use of rhodium-plated white gold, which is why this white gold looks like it's platinum. Today, Patek Philippe uses what's known as gray gold, which has a warmer tone. It looks a little bit darker than this. This is a blinding style that Patek Philippe discontinued around 2006. This watch was sold in 2008, but there are some indications, including the clasp design, the rhodium-plated white gold case, and the presence of a caliber 315 that suggests this watch was probably made prior to 2006, likely in 2005. Now, the watch is beautifully fluid. As you can see, there's hardly a straight line on this case. The crown is slightly countersunk, so it doesn't stick out. You can see that there's a lovely fluid integration of the lugs, which come to tapered points. And we have pusher adjusters all the way around, so you can make corrections to the 4 different indications of the calendar: the day, date, month, and moon phase. Now, the bezel has 2 steps. There's one outboard that features brilliant cut diamonds that are handsomely set. You can see they are all matched in color, carats, and clarity, so they appear to be identical from one to the next. There's no gradient of size or shape or clarity or color. And then the dial is a lush and lovely blue lacquer, surprisingly perhaps for a fairly committed dress watch. There's a lot of luminescence, and it's easy to read this watch in the dark. The dial is an extremely rich and lustrous dark blue gloss. We have white gold leaf style hands for the hours and minutes, counterweighted lancet style hands for the seconds, and then dart style indices for the hours. We also have tri-Arabic numerals 9, 12, and 3 with a railroad track outboard against which seconds and minutes can be read. There's a power reserve indicator up at 12 o'clock. The watch has a 45-hour maximum power reserve, and then it's an annual calendar, an innovation Patek Philippe initially debuted in 1996 with the 5035. Is somewhere between a complete calendar and a perpetual. It only needs 1 correction per year during the jump from February to March. Now we also have caliber 315 on the reverse side. This was phased out from 2006, which is one of the reasons I believe this watch is probably a 2005. How it works? Well, basically it works just like the 324, with the notable exception that this older movement features a 21,600 vibration per hour beat rate rather than the later 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. So it's an automatic winder with a 45-hour power reserve. It's adjusted in 5 positions, the chronometer and high horology standard, with a Patek Philippe style Gyromax free sprung balance. And you can see that it features the Poisson de Genève, or the Geneva hallmark, as all pre-July 2009 Patek watches or Patek movements are going to feature the Geneva hallmark rather than the Patek seal that was phased in after mid-2009. You can also see that this movement pivots on 36 jewels, and it is handsomely finished with circular and linear Côte de Genève black polished screw heads. We have a mirrored anglage, which you can see well on the edge of the bridges. We have satination on the wheels, engine turning on the base plate. Even some of the structural elements like the locating pegs for the balance cock. You can see those locating peg pins have been black polished on their tops. And then we have engine turning both on the center of the rotor as well as the click spring adjacent to it in the winding system. And with the screwed back case, all of this water resistant down to 30 meters. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.